Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for the Steelers and the entire AFC North. There's some serious buzz swirling around a potential blockbuster trade involving Khalil Mack, and if it goes down, it could reshape the landscape of the division. This isn't just some rumor. The sources are solid and the implications are huge. We're talking about the Los Angeles Chargers, a team that's been trying to find a balance between youth and experience on defense, looking to shake things up a bit. And the Steelers, well, they're always lurking in the shadows, ready to pounce when an opportunity like this presents itself. So what's the scoop? Rumors suggest that the Chargers are open to trading Khalil Mack, one of the most disruptive pass rushers in the league, in exchange for a first-round pick and a third-round pick in the 2026 draft. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Mack is 34, isn't he past his prime? Well, look, age is just a number when you're talking about a player of his caliber. Khalil Mack has been a force since he entered the league, with a career tally of 113 sacks, 656 tackles, including 479 solo, and 147 tackles for loss. His ability to change games with his pass rush is legendary. And even in 2025, despite missing a game due to fatigue, he still managed 5.5 sacks in just 10 games, along with 26 tackles and a handful of forced fumbles. That kind of production, especially when paired with a team that knows how to maximize his strengths, is a game changer. Now, let's talk about why the Chargers are considering this move. Their cap situation is tight, about $3.8 million over the limit, and they're also looking to rejuvenate their defense, which has been a bit inconsistent this season. They're looking to free up space and make some moves that will allow them to extend young stars like Quentin Johnston and potentially bring in some fresh talent through the draft. Trading Mack, who is on an expiring deal, makes sense if they're eyeing a rebuild or at least a retooling. Plus, they're reportedly prioritizing younger edge rushers like Abdul Carter to complement their defense long-term. But here's where it gets interesting for us Steelers fans. The Steelers are sitting at 8-6, fighting tooth and nail in the AFC North, a division that's been one of the toughest in recent years. They've already faced injuries on the defensive line, especially with T.J. Watt battling a pulmonary injury that's limited his impact. Adding Khalil Mack to the mix, that's a seismic shift. It would immediately upgrade their pass rush and add veteran leadership to a relatively young core. Imagine Mack lining up opposite Highsmith, creating a formidable duo that offenses have to game plan around. With Mack's ability to generate pressure, averaging over 12 sacks in his playoff career, he could be the missing piece that pushes the Steelers' defense over the top. From a strategic standpoint, bringing Mack into Pittsburgh would be a bold move, but one that could pay massive dividends. It's reminiscent of what the Rams did in 2021 when they acquired Von Miller. That move boosted their pass rush significantly and contributed to their Super Bowl victory. The Steelers, with their rich history of stellar defenses, could be on the cusp of re-establishing that dominance. Their defense currently allows around 3 points per game, which is decent but still room for improvement, especially against high-powered offenses. Mack's presence, combined with the talent they already have, like Highsmith and the rising star Porter Jr., could elevate their sack total by around 15%, making them a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. And let's not forget the impact this could have in the playoffs. Mack's postseason experience with over 5 sacks in his playoff career could be the X factor that propels the Steelers deep into the postseason. Having a player who thrives in high-pressure moments can be the difference between a good team and a championship-caliber squad. Plus, his mentorship of young players like Porter Jr. would be invaluable, passing down that seasoned knowledge and helping mold the future of Pittsburgh's defense. It's a move that echoes the Steelers of 2008, when veteran leadership and a fierce, disciplined defense led them to Super Bowl glory. Of course, there are questions. Some might wonder about Mack's age and wear and tear, but the tape doesn't lie. His ability to produce and stay relatively healthy has been impressive, with minimal injury downtime this season. His PFF grades have hovered around the 85 mark for his career, indicating consistent high-level play. Even in 2025, he's been disruptive when on the field, and his presence alone demands attention from offensive lines, freeing up other defenders to make plays. Now, here's the thing. If this trade happens, it's a clear statement from the Steelers that they're all in for a deep playoff run and possibly a Super Bowl appearance. It's about building a defense that's not just good but elite. And in the AFC, where Kansas City, Baltimore, and Cincinnati are all loaded, every little edge counts. Mack could be that difference maker, turning Pittsburgh's defense into one of the league's most feared units. And of course, the fans would be fired up to see a player of his caliber donning the black and gold, creating that intimidating atmosphere at Heinz Field once again. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. This move could also influence the draft strategy for Pittsburgh. With a veteran like Mack anchoring the defensive line, they might focus more on bolstering their offensive line or adding playmakers for Kenny Pickett. It's all about balance, and acquiring a player like Mack gives them that extra layer of security and firepower. Plus, the AFC North is so competitive right now that the Steelers need every advantage possible. If they can add Mack and keep their key players healthy, they're looking at a serious postseason threat. So what's the final take? Well, if this trade becomes reality, it's a bold step by the Steelers to reassert their defensive dominance and push for Super Bowl contention. It's a move that echoes the Steelers' history of making savvy, impactful trades that pay off in the biggest moments. Khalil Mack, with his leadership, relentless pass rush, and playoff experience, could be the piece that propels Pittsburgh into that elite tier. And for us fans, it's an exciting time, because every move, every addition takes us closer to another championship run. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So, Steelers Nation, what do you think about this potential blockbuster? Are you excited about adding Khalil Mack to the black and gold? How do you see him fitting into the defensive scheme? And what impact do you think he'll have on the team's chances this season and beyond? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters to us and to the Steelers organization. Remember, this is all about our shared passion, cheering for the Steelers, supporting them through thick and thin, and dreaming of more Super Bowls. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, insights, and news. So stay tuned and keep that Steelers pride alive.